Hang on a minute.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, St Leonards and Hastings.
Woo!
It's terrible, wasn't it?
Good morning.
That was kind of like
That was
like
trying to be Robin Williams.
It was trying to be Robin Williams. Really bad.
Guten Morgen, hallo.
Bonjour.
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 Yeah.
Willkommen, bienvenue. Hello. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Caf.
Come stai? That means hello.
¿Cómo
How are
estás?
you?
How
isn't
are
it?
you?
How are you?
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo está? So thank you so much for coming into our podcast with us this very morning, although by the time you watch it, it might be a different time of day.
Come into the world of Sacharel. That was Victoria Wood.
That sounds like...
Welcome to the world of Sacharel.
The Mighty Boosh must have ripped that, because they're like, welcome to the world of the Mighty Boosh.
Yeah, she was the original, wasn't she?
Original.
Yorkshire.
So, well, here we are. Our town has plenty.
Our town has plenty.
Hastings and St Leonards and beyond. And we didn't do our selfie. We need to do a selfie.
Oh, we need to do a selfie. Don't forget. We must do a selfie as soon as we finish.
Don't you want to do it now? No.
We'll do it in a bit. We'll do it because we're right in the flow
just like
now.
my eyes just lit upon that, which is the first instruction.
ADHD. We've got the whole
alphabet.
smorgasbord, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got the alphabet.
We've got all the letters.
We've got all the letters. Oops, sorry, Jane.
So you can tell we're not professional because we've been trying out these wonderful microphones.
Yeah,
they're really great. Thank you, Kerry.
Thank you,
Really appreciate it.
It's like when you've got a jab and someone bashes you on the arm.
I
Just
know.
like, don't touch the mic. Bang, bang.
No, I know.
Oh well. Sorry, everybody's ears.
It is what it is.
Thanks,
isn't
Jamie,
it?
for sorting that out.
I had a fleeting moment then. I can't remember what it's gone right out of my head. There it was. Juicy, lovely.
Fleeting.
Fleeting.
These things are
They are
fleeting.
fleeting.
Here we are on the podcast.
Oh yeah, Sacharel. So welcome to the world of Our Town Has Plenty, Hastings and St Leonards, because we went off on one, like we, as is our want.
It is our want. It's spelled won't though, isn't it? Weirdly.
Won't, as it.
Won't.
I know, but I think you say want.
You do say want. You're right. It's just me with the language in my head looking at it. It says won't.
Received English, beautiful. You can hear everything. I've been using a dictaphone to save me time. You know, there's a famous Scottish comedy sketch where they're trying to get the lift to go up to floor 11, and these two Glaswegians are going 11. And it's, I'm sorry, I don't understand that. I'm sorry, I don't understand that. Do it in an American 11. Do it in British 11. And it wouldn't get it. It was brilliant. So funny. It's one of the funniest sketches ever. You try and use a dictaphone with an accent like mine, it doesn't like it. It really doesn't like it. So I was trying my best yesterday. I had to rewrite everything. There's me thinking it would take no time. Use the dictaphone, it's great. It just types it up on the computer on the Mac. Goes, oh yeah, I can give you all that. I'm sending messages to people. Mike Willis came back and said, I'm sorry, Patsy, I can't decode that message.
What on earth?
What does that even mean? So yeah, I know. God bless us and our digital tourism.
When I was a little kid, I went into Dad's office, which was kind of not allowed, like downstairs. You're not supposed to get leather chairs and, you know, all the things very organised and hole punches and things you wanted to play with. You're not really supposed to touch anything. Found this machine.
I'm sorry, I'm going to take this jumper off.
And I was like, oh my God. And it was, you're going to take the jumper off with the mic.
No, it's not attached to my scarf.
Oh, yeah, you know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. I'm a grown up. I can get undressed.
You're a grown up. Hang on. Are you sure? Hold on.
There
I am,
sweetheart.
in my dad's office, illegally. And I see this machine and it looks really fun. It's got a button that says play. Right, press play. Hello, Catherine. I was like looking around like, oh my God, how is he here? How is the like voice of my dad here whilst I'm listening? And then he said, if you can just write down. So I'm like scrabbling for paper, listening, and then realise that it's not my dad, it's the machine, and he's got a secretary called Catherine, so that's why it said hello, Catherine. And honestly, it's the best busted of, you know, anything where you're going to go and creep in and do something you shouldn't, to just get your name said at you by the dictaphone.
Fantastic? They have that on, I noticed that, sorry, we've gone right off piste here, when you see those YouTubes of cats, that when the parents, there we go,
there's a tell.
are away.
Do you have a cat?
I have 2 cats. My cats are famous.
Yeah.
When they go away and the cats go near things, so they've got nest or hive or whatever they've got, and the cats go near things, and the adults go, "Hey, Twinkie, put that down." like you would have been.
Yeah, I was. Look, this is like in the 80s. Where there were dictaphone, that's not dictaphone, tannoy things, but only in shops. There was nothing like the voice of your father.
The authoritarian.
Hello, Catherine. Would you please write down these words? Quick. Anyway, so what's happening this week? This week.
Let's
Let's get on track. So there are various things. We've had little blips and beeps and people sending us little nudges online. So thanks so much for all the nudges. There is a big event this weekend talking about all sorts of things to do with green and energy that we will put the link up to in a moment, with various people attending, and it's open to the community over at the college. And who else has been in touch? The Book Fest, Hastings Book Fest, which is in full flow.
Tim.
Tim.
Barlow.
And yes, indeed. Yes. Although it was a different friend that got in touch. So that's
Tim Barlow? That might be on the errata next week. It might be a different team.
Wayne's involved, Chris is involved.
Cool.
Yeah, lots of different folk. However, this was my friend Michelle who sent me the Bookfest competition, which is just open, so you can find out more about that, and there are prizes. I was going to just pick this up because my memory only holds so much, and that's not very much actually at all. So
it fell off the desk.
It fell off the desk. Just going to scrabble around for the paperwork. Wait.
So the festival itself is not till September, is it?
That's right.
Yeah. So we're going to have the lovely. His name is Tim. On the show. He's going to come and be a guest.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
that's great.
We're going to have him.
You've probably told me this before. Of
course I did, Malcolm.
It's my alternative name now. Yeah, creative non-fiction, maximum 1,000 words, with non-fiction judge Sam Davey. Poetry, Jen Kaleha will be judging that, maximum 40 lines. Cash prizes, and short fiction is maximum 2,500 words. Short story judge is James Young.
2,500 words. So if you look at a sheet of A4 paper, and you type,
that's probably
it's 500 words
isn't it?
a page, isn't it? So that's 5 pages. Cool business.
Yeah. Thank you, maths again.
I know.
Wonderful.
It's not no. It's just that's studying. That's doing a degree, and you know how many you've got per what.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's exciting that's coming up, cool. And wonderful that Tim's going to come in and talk to us.
Yeah, he's going to come in. He sent a lovely message saying, "I love it. I didn't know." He said, "I love listening because you've got things about books," but he said, "I didn't know half of the things that you talk about were actually happening." Yeah. So can I go on to one?
Yes, you may.
Am I allowed?
Yes, Malcolm says yes.
Is it my turn? Old Rectory, that beautiful building. So we're starting at the other end of town to where we are, because we filmed this in St Leonards. So at the bottom of Harold Road is the Old Rectory, which is, if you don't know where it is, so Stables Theatre. So as you're driving off the seafront, Stables Theatre on your left. On the right is a little turning, big turning really, and there's a boat there. Is there a boat still there?
Yeah, there's a lifeboat.
There's a lifeboat. It's an old lifeboat.
I don't think it's gone. I think all those lifeboats have been moved. Or maybe not the one right on the end. Maybe not Priscilla Dean, but lots of them have been moved.
It used to be,
Anyway.
So, yeah.
It's Old London Road.
Oh, so off Old London Road you've got Harold Road. So as you go up, which as London Road goes this way, Harold Road goes up to eventually
to Orr.
Saxon.
To glorious Orr,
yeah,
yes.
Saxon.
Saxon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And all the other old kings.
And all the other, you've got the whole lot up there. All the Edmund, you've got them all going on, haven't you?
Yeah.
So kings we've known and loved. So at the bottom though is the Rectory, which is a beautiful building. Now the Old Rectory was named as one of the Sunday Times ultimate 100 British the Ultimate 100 British Hotels. That was in 2014. But from Muddy Stilettos, which is another wonderful place, a bit like Trustpilot, but for hotels. It was voted the best boutique B&B in Sussex 2021.
Gee whiz.
Now, I've eaten in there because I have to, you know me, I have to eat everywhere. But fantastic, go. So this weekend, my lovely girlfriend Jane Kilby has organised an event that's actually happening there, the Artisan Spring Fair. So this Saturday and Sunday, for a £5, you can get in, and I've got a very long list, so I'm going to pick some out. So starting at the top, Alchemist Antiques, Old Rectory Treatment Rooms, Sea Whistle, Goose Finds, Lindsay Wright Jewellery, Julie Tucker Jewellery as well. Julie Tucker, go and check that out. I know her stuff. Ladle Hastings. So Ladle, you'll see because there'll be a tile up here. They're showing you that they'll be doing a pasta making demonstration. So that's what it wouldn't take on my thing yesterday.
I was wondering if you were going to mention that.
Yeah. So when I put in ladle, it kept coming. It kept the dictaphone kept auto correcting it to Lidl, and I've said no, ladle.
You just must write about Lidl so much of the time.
Lidl, no, not Lidl. And of course it came out with not Lidl, and it was like and then I swore, which it beautifully typed in.
Oh well, there you go.
And it's very good at swearing. It knows. It knows. And then there was me laughing. So all you got was, ha.
Oh, it writes out your laugh.
It writes out
I like
laugh.
that.
I
Okay,
know.
I'm going to sit and laugh at a machine.
It didn't write out my coughing, which then followed on.
Sad.
So going on from Ladle, Only Cocoa, Rye Bar Coffee, Basil's Fungi Farm. That looks like something I'd be really interested in. Little Gate Farm, Oxney Vineyard, Deborah Bowness, Queen. Now, Queen is written Cwene.
Queen.
I want to know what that is.
Yeah.
Seed and Friary Gardens. But there's so much more. There's this long list.
It's a long list.
So go and check it out. £5 a ticket, go along. You know, it's 11 till 5, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
Deborah Bonus, I think, is a wallpaper designer.
She is a wallpaper designer.
Does really beautiful stuff.
She does.
Yeah.
She does. A bit of a legend.
There are so many legends. When you were saying coffin, made me think of Coffin, and then Coffin Club, which is another institution in our town.
Yeah.
Woo.
Have you got that on your list? Is it on your list?
It's not on my list, no. But I did a little skim around of the internet. You know.
Can we do a thing on them?
I'd love to do a thing on them.
Actually, we could get them in as a guest.
They should come in. Yeah.
Can we bring them in as a guest?
Yes, we can bring them in.
Great, excellent.
Briefly, Coffin Club do basically, briefly. They are two wonderful funeral celebrants who are just magic people, and they do a whole ritual around basically saying goodbye to your loved one, and you can also, it's either you can brief them on that after the event, or as a person of whatever age, you can go and approach them and say, I'd like to talk to you about how I want to be seen off and how I want to say goodbye to my friends, and this is how the event, I'd like it to go like this. And
a beautiful ending.
Just really beautiful, yeah. They put something on, because there's been loads of April Fool's things going on Facebook. I saw you did one.
I did one. I shake my head.
Yeah.
And people were going, what?
I know. And then Sister Susie, I fell for that one. Honestly, Susie, I fell for that. I can't believe it.
She said she was moving to London.
Moving to Hackney. What?
Dalston.
And I was like, Dalston, yeah. Well, she put that lovely mural up. And I was like, yeah, and I can see, it kind of looks like Hastings, yeah. And it's brightly coloured and whatever, but yeah, I got a bit upset. Then I looked underneath and I realised, I'm getting the April Fool. What day is it? Like 2-3 days later, and I'm getting fooled, so...
You're still getting fooled. So going back to the women, Kate and Kate...
They said they both got these like coffin with skeleton hand tattoos on them, and that was their joke.
That was their joke?
Yeah,
nice.
I hope.
Nice, we'll get them in as guests.
Yeah, okay.
So, have you done a thing, or have you got a thing?
I'll tell you about Benbow Arts, who we've spoken about
Benbow.
before, yeah, who have a family day coming up, 2 family days as part of A Town Explores, a book which I think Jamie's going to mention later as well, on the 15th, 16th of April. So just shouting out to them, and we'll put the links in. And also on the 19th of April, which is a Saturday, you can go along and try out filming the skaters at Source Park. So they're doing a collaboration with Source Park. That sounded really fun.
We need to know more about, excuse me, coughing. We need to know more about Benbow Arts, because people have been asking me. I was at a wonderful salon the other day. Salon being the old-fashioned word for when you all sit together and talk about philosophical stuff. Mm-hmm. I've got a brain.
Yes, you have, my darling.
But we were people were asking, actually. They were saying, so what's happening? Because somewhere in the big scheme of things, their stuff drops out. I don't see it. Know. Yeah. No, people I don't see it. And normally I would see a lot of that stuff, and I don't. Do you see it?
Well, yeah, but it's through mums and networks like that that I know about it. So,
so somewhere we need to bring that front and centre, don't we?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I mean, I can talk about
the Bright Foundation.
Well. It's Bright Foundation. No, not today. Not today. No.
Oh, just aware.
No, merci. Okay.
We're already 21 minutes in. That's amazing.
Oh yeah. Go on. How do you know? Oh, my phone's counting.
Oh, because your phone is counting. Mark Manners, polymath of our parish, DJ and thespian. I know. If you've not met Mark, you know when you've met Mark.
Yeah, you do.
Don't you?
Tell me about how you met Mark.
He's 6 foot, easily 6 foot. He's got a wonderful voice. He's got a voice for radio and theatre, but he's an actor.
Nice.
Actor. But he loves Harold Pinter plays, right?
Ooh, yeah.
So he's done a lot of table reading for Harold Pinter, and he's quite fascinated. And so Mark, it was really funny. I walked into Black Gold Books and I met someone who's a friend of Mark's. And she said, do you know Mark Manners? I said, I do. Because Mark came and volunteered during lockdown what was it, lockdown? Or it might have been before. We were doing a food drive and for Easter eggs for children. We were doing, I say we, me. It was like, should we get some Easter eggs for the kids?
Oh, nice.
Yes. And we did I was Fill the Gap then for a little brief period, a little organisation I started.
Really?
Yes, I was the Fill the Gap. And it was like this really, it was filling the gap so people could join the dots about what was going on. And we did a big refuge call out for all the women at Refuge, for all the, can you bring stuff in? Drop stuff off so that we can make these big baskets to take down to Refuge for the mums for Easter, so that the kids got eggs and the mums got toiletries, and they were lovely. I was inundated with toiletries and sweet things, spa things. It was really, really nice. And Mark, and we did toys. Oh no, Christmas was toys. We did the toy thing for Christmas. That's right. That would be right, wouldn't it? So we did the toys, and we ended up getting toys dropped at Goodman's down on the seafront, the hairdresser, and it was staggering amounts of toys, staggering amounts. So Mark helped anyway with moving stuff around. So that's how I got to meet Mark, because he was a volunteer and a good one. So Mark, so he works. He doesn't work. No, he dabbles in beautifully in Conquest Hospital Radio. Saturday afternoons between 3 and 5. You can hear him. It's lovely, soulful, jazzy. He's got tastes quite like mine, so it's quite nice. He's got a SoundCloud which I'll add on here. Yeah. But he likes to spin a disc, you know.
Yeah.
Like they used to.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? And talk beautifully with knowledge about. So he's. Oh yeah. I can't talk about The Secret. But there's something coming up for food lovers.
Okay.
Oui.
Okay, we're back into French.
We're back into French. I'm a gourmand, right?
Oui.
I like food, and I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I just eat it and enjoy it and get really sort of... A gourmet, that's Mark. Mark's a gourmet. He understands food. Lived in Paris most of his life. So this is a man who knows food. So anyway, talking of food, he very kindly dropped off a jar of Good Manners marmalade. So he has a marmalade club.
Oh my goodness, I wondered what that was when you two were sending pictures of toast and marmalade.
I know, toast and marmalade.
What's going on?
He dropped a jar off.
What's going on, Jamie? He's laughing at us.
I'm not a marmalade. I'm a jam woman. I'm a blackcurrant jam and sour jams. Yeah, I like sour jams. My husband's a marmalade lover.
I can't do marmalade.
I can't.
Story
Something about
later.
it. Oh.
Yeah.
But those who love it
They
absolutely
really do.
know it, and you can become an aficionado. He's going to be doing a tasting coming up soon, actually a blind tasting. But anyway, he dropped this jar off, and it's chunky. Okay, let's go back. Seville oranges, they have about 3 month season, but Mark manages to secure these oranges, right?
Yeah.
And the photo will be up here of his chunky marmalade.
Nice.
So he creates food magic. No whiskey needed in this, because you put whiskey in orange marmalade, but not in a Seville. Seville stands on its own. So I've written here, my husband is already excited. Well, he tried it yesterday.
Oh yeah?
The review as follows. The chunky shred was delicious, and it was chunky. You can see it in the photo, big thick bits. The marmalade consistency had a good hold, as some can be quite runny, but this wasn't. He found some wonderfully bitter shreds amongst the heavy fruit, and it was. When you look at this jar, the fruit is just suspended beautifully. It was just marvellous. But my husband Rack's always looking for a bitter note. Me, I like bitter things, but there's something about this that makes me go a little bit weird. But he said, overall, a very good marmalade.
Fantastic.
So
Thanks, Rack.
good, I know.
Yeah.
He's such
Beautiful.
a soldier, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's so good. Just trying out all the wares that come in, the wares and fairs that come in that
Absolutely.
say, will you eat me? Eat me. So that's weird, because eat me, drink me, if you look
Alice
at
in Wonderland.
Mark's, I know, segue. If you look at Mark's SoundCloud, it's called Down the Rabbit Hole.
Is it now?
And it's got a picture of Alice and
Wow.
the
cool.
Mad Hatter. How do we do this? It's like alchemy.
It's just, I don't know.
I don't understand it. So Mark's made this. So it's going to be on sale, this marmalade. So we'll leave a link for you to find his good self. But he's also doing a table reading for the Vagina Monologues.
Oh,
a bit of a departure from Harold Pinter. Stop laughing, Jamie. I can see the camera bobbing up and down.
My mum calls it
Wasn't
the V
expecting that
monologues.
one.
The V.
The V monologues.
Oh, say vagina. It's a vajayjay.
Say vagina.
It's a vajayjay. What were you saying, Jamie? I'm sorry, I missed
I
it.
just wasn't ready for that one.
You weren't ready.
More coffee.
So there you go. So the Good Manners marmalade, which I think is great. Good Manners. Yeah, he's got a thing about manners, Mark, and quite right.
Nice one.
So we've got the review. 2 more things I want to add amongst this, which aren't related, but I will add them nevertheless. So the Elvis picture that we featured last week, that raised the money, is now. I got a little note with a photograph from Steve at Dayglow. Elvis has entered the building.
How cool.
It's up on the wall at Dayglow. Go in and have a look, because this is the one that raised the money for
it's a great
Teenage
picture.
Cancer Trust, that John Hicks painted last weekend.
That's it.
So Silchester Road, go into Dayglow, go and give them because they're mensch, Good God. Mensch. We like that word, don't we?
Yeah.
A good person.
You had to tell me what that meant, because I
Mensch.
don't know anything.
It's a good person.
Yeah.
It's Yiddish. Good people. Yeah,
Good
exactly.
people. Yeah.
One more small thing. Lee Prudence from Mighty Sounds, the wonderful reggae band, tells me, she said, we are looking for a keyboard player. So if you're talented and flexible, I don't mean physically, I think just agility on the keys. Fancy joining the wonderful Mighty Sounds, there'll be a number here for John, who's the band leader.
Oh, sweet. That's
So
amazing.
I know, because Blair's subbing at the moment.
Okay.
So she said, I said, do you want us to do a shout out? She went, would you, darling? I said, of course, absolutely.
Of course.
For the lovely Lee. Anything for the
Very
lovely Lee Prudence.
Oh,
Yes.
wonderful.
Crack on. What have you got?
Cracking on.
Bring
Next
it.
for me.
Bring
What have I got? So there is Artisan Prescription are doing fun stuff in the park, at Art in the Park. I did mention a few weeks ago that there's the Easter and kind of Earth Day as well thing. It's kind of a mixed event, celebrating both of those things at the park on the 19th of April. But also they have Claire Ratinon, who will be talking in conversation about a memoir that she has written. And again, I'm going to pull up my notes because my brain doesn't retain stuff today. So
what's this then? Your notes?
That's not my notes. That's just a scribbles thing that I liked, so I brought it out here. I don't know. It's almost like moral support. That's me and my son doing.
For emotional support.
Yeah, here I'll show you in a minute. It's lovely and it's fun to do. So Art in the Park, giggling at us again.
Emotional support.
That's nothing to do with that. I've just got emotional support.
I thought it might be your coaster. You know, we're going to need coasters, aren't we? Because we clatter with these cups.
We do. Well, we have. We've got coasters from the lovely...
Got one. Can I have this for my country cup? Thank you, darling. You've got an emotional support coaster.
Thank you. Does my cup clatter? So, Claire Ratinon in conversation on growing, memoir and finding our place.
Nice.
And she has written a book called Unearthed, on race and roots and how the soil taught me I belong. Sounds really fascinating, and that's coming up
and that'll be local,
at Arts on Prescription.
Nice.
Yeah, and I did have the when it is, but I can't see it on my list here, so
that'll
we'll put
be
it
on our
underneath.
notes, though, won't it?
Yeah, I think it might be the 12th of April. That's in my head for some reason.
We might have to check that.
You may have to check. There may be an errata next week. You never know. So this is my emotional support document for today.
Well, there is something
else.
No.
Here, let's put this under.
There we go.
All right, I'll talk about that in a minute probably as well. So scribbles, right? I don't know if there are any in here. Here, there aren't. Hilarious.
The scribbleless scribble book.
What I have in front of me, in case anyone's listening and not watching, is an empty piece of paper folded into a book that says scribbles with an EL from my son. What we do, right, we're going to have to do one then, is I do a scribble.
Right.
This is for when you're bored on the train with, doesn't have to be
definitely.
your kid, but it can be anyone actually. And then I do
Pass it
scribble,
on.
then I pass it to you and you have to make
Do
it
I have
into
to fold
something.
it over?
No.
Oh.
You have a different colour pen. I've done that scribble. Now you just do something to turn it into
give
something.
it leaves.
Oh, lovely.
You know,
See?
so
There you go.
There we go, and a stem.
He's going to come in later and go, who's been in my scribble book?
In my scribble book? Let's not do that to Arlo's work. No.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, back to you.
Moving swiftly on. So, because of my tardiness, when last week I mentioned rushing into Colourville and then realising I couldn't do things before the theatre, I had to go back to the place I love, which is the Breakfast Zone on London Road.
Oh, yes.
You know Issa, don't you?
I do know Issa. I'm quite regular in that place.
Me
Believe it
too.
or not.
I love it. So the Breakfast Zone, which is London Road St Leonards, go down to the end, literally before you hit the sea. They're on the left-hand side, opposite the post office, I think, really, basically. So when you go in, now, our friends call him Tony for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
And they say, oh, that's little Tony. So I've always called him little Tony. And then girlfriend up the road there, she said, his name's not Tony, Pats. I said, what's his name? She said, I don't know, but it's not Tony. So this week we went in and I said, we always call you Tony. He said, yeah, a lot of people do. He said, they don't know how to say my name. I said, well, tell me your name. And he said, it's Issa. And I said, that's not hard. And he said, oh, good, you can call me my name. Nice. He said, because I tell people they can call me what they like. I went, no, names are sacred. So anyway, Issa and his brother Hassan. The girls are Layla and Ruby. They're lovely. They've got the most amazing eyelashes. You watch those girls, they're amazing. There's these great big Bambi eyelashes. Or Russians, I think they may be called, yeah. And they've got this big guy, Ferretin. He's like, oh, you wouldn't argue with him. He said, if there's any trouble, he said, Ferretin, he said, deals with it. So they're your hosts. So this place, do you know this place open at 7:30 in the morning?
That's good.
I know, till 4:30. Sundays 8 till 4. But they do everything. They're great with eggs. I say they're marvellous with eggs and cheap as chips. So you can get your avocado, you can get all your posh stuff, all your bougie food. But you can also get a proper full English. But I love their chicken grill, being a meat eater. They have a lovely chicken grill. You get chicken, beautifully succulent chicken, and then you get chips, and then you get salad. It's perfect for me. Absolutely lovely. Eggs Benedict, Rat loves their lasagna, spag bowl. But they're so sweet. So go in and see them. The phone number and the Facebook page will be underneath. But go and see them because they're just so cheerful and friendly. The food is hot. You can get loads of hot tea and coffee. And
it's a proper caf, isn't it?
It's a proper caf.
Proper caf.
Which
we love.
It's not too greasy either. It always comes out quite clean.
It's not greasy at all. Because nice. I've got a thing. So glasses. Am I going to upset things? I'm trying not to upset my microphone.
Polishing the glasses.
Polishing my specs.
This is like high risk.
We'll see. We'll have a moment. Learning on the job.
Indeed.
So
New mics.
I judge a place by the smell of its oil. If the oil is clean, if I don't get or you walk in and you don't come out smelling of it. If you come out smelling of it, I won't go in again. It's a funny sort of thing, you know.
Yeah,
Do you get that, Jamie?
I do. It's a horrible smell when it sticks to your clothes.
When it sticks to your clothes,
it just doesn't happen.
No. And they're absolutely exceptional places, like bright, smart as a new pin, as my mum used to say. But it's no, they're great. They're just so good, and it's consistently good. Yeah. So, hi Isa and the gang. We love you. I'll always call you Isa, never Tony. Ever. Oh,
gorgeous. Yeah.
What you got?
Well, your chat about the kind of smells and stuff makes me think. There's one way that I walk home and I go past I think it's the fans outside of the Victoria Hotel. Oh. And I can't, if I walk that way, sometimes it's like, it's either that or
it's
one of the bits around there, and it's just so strong, I can't really hack it.
No, but they have got industrial kitchen, proper
industrial kitchen.
Yeah.
So it's just that I'm walking past, an outlet.
They do have lovely, if you go in and do their Sunday lunches, we go in and do the early sitting, so once the buffet.
I've not been in actually yet.
Delicious.
I'm keen to because it looks like the view will be great from up there.
Yeah, no, they do. Their food is great. But we only eat their Sunday lunch. But it's because we're Sunday lunchers.
Fair enough.
I will tell you about that.
Yeah. I bet it involves some music as well, doesn't it? Probably.
It may well.
And some
mooching. A little bit of jazz. Sunday lunch club.
Fantastic. Yeah. Nice.
Crack on.
Other things on my list are Hastings Museum and Art Gallery have had their Dino Gallery shut for quite a while.
Dinosaur
Gallery.
Ooh.
Dino. And it is now open again for people to come in and have a look, which is really exciting. They've commissioned a illustrator based in Eastbourne, but local, in terms of the whole, world. And and Martin, who is the technician there, he does such a beautiful job with all of the exhibitions that are put up. He's great to work with, and really, just a solid sound person. He's put it together. He's been building it along with Ollie and Phil, getting involved with the steering of it and the coordination. So I hear it's open again, which is really exciting. Fantastic. Especially just in time for Easter, and with this Town Explores a Book project and the iguanodon that's being mentioned in there. So it just feels like dinosaurs are kind of stomping back into our lives here.
Wasn't that named here, the iguanodon?
It was, it was. So that's really exciting. And there's a lot of other stuff around that. There's an amazing walk that you can go on over to in pet level to see the dinosaur footprints, the iguanodon footprints there. And so we'll need to feature that a bit more heavily. But I just wanted to let people know that it's out there and it's open again, so worth a trip. And then the other thing on my list was just something I wondered about. We're saying it every week, but what gives me joy about St Leonards and Hastings or here this week? I've got two things on there actually. One was just like kind of looking at friends and what they're up to, and then sharing stories. And Deanne, who now works with AfricoLab and Home Live Art, shared, wonderful person, shared her stories about putting together the Hero's Journey, which was this immersive theatre experience that happened last year with so many amazing people involved, community members, and it was fully sold out. And just to signpost you to look at that, I'll put the link in because the way that she describes it kind of brings it back to life, and it's really nice to hear that.
I'd love that if they did it again.
Yes, it would be amazing if they did it again.
We were away and I couldn't get it.
Oh, really?
And then it was sold out. It was like,
no, I know. Yeah. Hopefully they'll do something similar at some point. So that's it really.
Nice.
For me for now.
Really? Oh, for now.
Not fully, but for now.
Oh, okay. Cool beans. Very quick one. So what dropped into my feed this week from the Argos? The Argos? No, not Argos. Argus.
Argus.
Argus. The Argus. The county paper. You right, dear? Got a bone?
Yeah. I think I've got a bone.
Oh. Hastings Borough Council has given the green light for 9 to 11 Pelham Crescent. Pelham Arcade, so it's on the Pelham Crescent, the Pelham Arcade, 9 to 11, which is the grey bit. So when you look at St Mary in the Castle, when you're going along the seafront, right in front of the big car park, you've got St Mary in the Castle. Beautiful venue, I love it. Still don't know what's happening with that. No. Anyway, but underneath you've got this strip, 9 to 11. They're going to convert it into a food hall.
Are they?
I know.
Oh, sweet.
I know. It will feature 7 booth-like pods, or pod-like booths, whichever works.
One or the other. Yeah.
So the food they've got is coming up is Indian, Italian, Turkish, Mexican, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. So watch this space, food lovers. There will be because for years it used to be run by Lawrence Bell, who's got the White Rock Hotel. He used to have it, and then someone had it before that. But along there, so that long double piece.
Yeah, the one where there's graffiti currently up. Like, is that the bit?
Yeah.
Underneath St Mary in the Castle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, underneath it.
Yeah.
So the little parade underneath. Yeah.
That's great. That's very exciting. It's something's going to happen there, isn't it?
So I've got how many bits have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4.
You got 4 bits?
Yes.
Okay,
what
cool.
You got?
I am running low. I think I've got one more, which is the Adventure Playground, who also have things going on over the Easter-ish time for kids. Yeah, and it's really great. I mean, the story of the Adventure Playground itself is something that we will feature because it's just wonderful and it's all outdoor and it's just a really good place for kids to go and like let off some steam, run around and have a great time. I used to send my kid there when he was a bit younger. Yeah, so they've got free open access sessions for children aged 8+, 11 till 3, on Wednesday 9th of April and the 16th also on the Wednesday. And then they need to pre-register. It's through that eq.org link again.
That brilliant site.
Yeah, and then also Monday the 14th and Thursday the 17th of April, which are just drop-in for those. And there's hot food every day and lots of play opportunities. So yeah, it's just a really lovely space in the woods and just next to the train tracks. They've got a huge kind of hangar type space that's indoors, so if it does get really cold you can go inside, but it won't be getting too cold this time of year.
No, it's a great space
perfect
inside
to go and run around.
I used to do laughter, so I'm a laughter yoga leader in my history. That's part of my training, and we used to I used to run laughter yoga over there for the kids, and the adults used to get more out of it. The kids would just sit there going, "This is not cool."
How old were the kids?
The kids were anything from, I think, about 8 up.
Really? Okay.
But some of them would be knicker-wetting and funny. And just, really clowning, because the whole point of that is you clown around.
Yeah.
But the adults really sort of, what is this,
I bet they loved it.
Yeah, this wizardry that you bring that makes people laugh. I will bring that back at some point.
I'd like to do that, yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but very, very funny.
Someone was asking me about you the other day.
Really?
So yeah, some friends over in Hove were saying,
"Who's this bird?"
What is so what's Patsy's background? What's she all about? And I was like, oh my goodness, she's done everything. And yeah, it's just
unpack that box. I know, we reveal so much, don't we, when we sit here chatting? Because this is like two birds chatting about stuff, isn't it?
It's really
which is what it's meant to be, isn't it? Yeah, that it was, but it's a great space. I wholly concur. Apropos, the word
French
that's
again.
Latin.
Yes.
Apropos the Hastings Adventure Programme, but it is a brilliant site, and it's fantastic. I like it over there. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Can I?
You can. You please do.
I'm going to move over to. I started with the Rectory, which is Old Town, but I'm moving into the depths of the Old Town. Hastings History House, which is on Courthouse Street, 21. So when I popped into Black Gold Books, this wonderful woman told me about what's going on. Michael Gibbs is a local antiquarian and print dealer. He's selling off a big chunk of his collection of prints from the 1800s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Thursday the 10th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, starting the 10th, and then the following Thursday, Friday, Saturday at Hastings History House. So there's a picture up of Hastings History House in front of you. So go and see Michael, because Annie gave me the information. She said some of these prints are incredibly cheap. Some are framed, some are unframed. Open 11 until 4 p.m. There'll be a phone number, because he's very old school. So there'll be a phone number. So moving further into the wilds that is the Old Town. Have you ever been on a Old Town walk or a fishing quarter walk?
No, not yet.
No. These are phenomenal. So if you £4 for the fisherman's walk, and you meet at the Fisherman Museum, 11 o'clock. So you have to pre-book. So all the details will be up here, or on our blurb actually at the bottom. And it says suitable footwear is advised, because they don't take leaps and bounds across on this one, but they explain about how the Stade is an historic fishing living museum in its own right. So stick your nice shoes on, stick your walking shoes on, give yourself an hour and a half and listen to these incredibly knowledgeable people take you around the Old Town. So in the fishing quarter. So that one's £4. All the details will be to follow. And if you've got a group, let them know in advance so that they can accommodate the group. And then you've got the original Old Town walks. So that poster comes up now. So that's £6. So they take you to, you meet at the upper station of the West Hill Cliff Lift. So not the low one, the upper one of our lovely funicular.
Oh, yeah.
Are we lucky to have a funicular?
Yes.
Funicular.
Yes, funicular.
Did I say funicular?
You did. You were using the vernacular about the
funicular. I was. It's a funicular. That would be in the errata. But we've already done this. So it's what they call the Premier Ancient Cinque Port. People call it Cinque here. I struggle with Cinque.
I find that difficult, yeah.
I call it Cinque. It's
Got to be,
Cinque
hasn't
Port,
it?
isn't it? Yeah.
Otherwise that joke doesn't work.
No.
Anyway.
This is true. So with its wealth of historic buildings, twittens and cat creeps.
Twittens.
I love a twitten, me.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of a twitten.
Twittens. In other places they're called other things.
Yeah, but here we call them twittens.
Yeah.
They're just access to another road. They're little public access.
Yeah, they are.
We've got
alleyways.
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 Ginnels. They're called ginnels.
Ginnels. That's it.
Yeah.
Ginnels. Yeah, ginnels.
Ginnels. There are other ones. Snicket.
Snicket. That's
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
Snicket.
Cool.
Yeah. You're learning. See, so educational. Every day's a school day. But yeah, but we've got. I don't know if it would be considered a twitten, but I always call it the twitten. See, Brassy Steps, I always think is a twitten near the library. The one on King's Road that takes you from London Road down to King's Road, I think that's a twitten. They're painting at the moment. I'm hoping they're not painting over the mural.
Where are they painting? Brassy?
No, this is on King's Road.
Oh, really?
Yeah. People have bought the old drugstore.
Oh, okay.
So Aaron and his brother painted the lovely, the thing that brings so many people joy, the lovely mural that goes up on the side of the steps. Yeah, I was chatting to the painter the other day. What an interesting man from Brighton. Lovely bloke, up a ladder. Like you do, you know, when you need a little bit of information, you always ask somebody who's a bit stuck, they can't move. This guy was up there with his paint and he couldn't. I said, right, while you're there and you can't run away.
It's a really good way of chatting to people is just starting painting something.
I'm rubbish. I'm
no, you're
not
you're
rubbish.
The chatter.
I'm the chatter, yeah. But going back, she says, as we move swiftly away into a different part of town. So the original Old Town walks. So the Old Hastings Preservation Society. I couldn't resist it. So the Old Preservation Society, Old Hastings. So their volunteer guides lead these all these walks, and they say we proceed gently downhill, but there are steps and uneven ground. Allow 2 hours. I love the fact that when you look these up, they give you. We'll be doing this and we'll be doing, look further down for this bit, look further down for that bit. But they're so caring, these people, that they put it all in here. So hats off to the people who actually write this, because, my metaphoric hat comes off. So stayed walks and Old Hastings Preservation Society walks, we've got all the details. But beautiful, I think.
Yeah,
I like it very much. What you got left?
I think I'm out.
Are you?
Yeah, I've got some things I want to talk about next time, but I'll just do a teaser for that, I think.
All right, touch on that.
So I'm going to touch on it. So Bob Mazza, photographer.
Legend.
Silver Hill Press.
Yes.
And Kim Stallwood. Those are just 3 little teasers for you, but they're not coming up this week.
You have made notes of what you're doing, haven't you?
They're on there, but that does wipe off. So. It's also recorded.
I photographed this because I forgot.
It's going out.
I've rubbed it off. Yeah, Bob Mazza, amazing. He used to take the. He used to take the photographs of people on the tube.
That's it.
And the famous punks and people
so
kissing.
Cool. He's got a whole book about St Leonards, which is. Yeah,
around. He's smashing, like JJ Waller.
Yeah.
So when you actually, he's another guy. I wonder if he'd probably come in actually, JJ Waller.
That'd be grand.
Let me write that down for later. JJ Waller. Can we get Bob Mazza in? Do you think?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm sure we know someone who knows someone who knows.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if we got them in together?
Be really fun.
Oh.
Yeah. Like the whole photography.
That'd be photography gold, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because we're surrounded by really good photographers, aren't we?
We really are. We really are.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's just a little teaser really, because I like the idea of doing a little bit of a story around that.
No,
and,
definitely. I look forward to that, because that sounds really interesting.
Alrighty.
I like that. You know, I love an institution, me. A physical human institution. Yes. So we've got dressmaker extraordinaire of our parish. I loved it, that phrase. The Unzipped Sewing Café is Ness Newman's, Vanessa Newman's, who's the cycling seamstress, right?
Great name.
So, and you'll see that lovely picture of her up here with her flaming red hair and her nose ring. What is this bit of the nose? I can't remember.
I don't know, darling.
It's got a name, but she has this beautiful
septum.
Is it septum?
I think.
Is it?
That bit there.
Is it? Okay, I take that. I'm taking. This will be a rata for next week. So she's really sticks out, beautifully tattooed, but she's such a sweet woman. I see her often with Coco, her little tiny dog, on the seafront. But she's often seen flying down the prom on her bicycle, beautiful bicycle.
Nice.
With a basket and those wonderful plastic. 60s plastic baskets at the front.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the little
Shopping
shoppers.
bags,
The little shoppers, really smart. So anyway, she has. I ripped this. Look at me being on trend.
You ripped it.
I ripped this from her Facebook page. She's been. So she used to teach. She used to be a stylist and a model in model agencies, but she's also been a teacher at Brighton Sewing School, designer at Mistress and Pooch, which I love. I wonder if that was Coco. So she had the sewing school, which was called the Virus 4 in Norman Road for a while. She's a vintage trader, retro trader, but she was also a window dresser at Gianfranco Ferrer, and window dresser at Harvey Nichols. Oh,
nice.
I know.
Wow.
But Gianni Versace window dresser.
Oh,
Now there's Queen.
yeah.
Wow.
Time.
So anyway, so she's got, she runs these fantastic sewing schools. She does these really, so you can go along with no knowledge, and she's got no knowledge ones, and she's got, improved knowledge classes. So she said on Saturday there'll be cake, tea, coffee, and a complimentary glass of Prosecco, or no Secco.
Oh, very nice.
If you need it, while stocks last. So see a new sewing school. And that's at
Brilliant.
40A Marina, St Leonards, on the block. I would imagine that is.
Yeah.
So, whenever, what I love about her is whenever you see people, because I'm an avid Facebooker. I've been there since, oh gosh, I can't remember, 2004.
Pretty early.
Pretty early. Yes,
yeah.
I know, because I'm old. So she. Whenever I see people say, can somebody mend my, can somebody take up my, can somebody adjust my, I've got a wedding dress that I don't want a wedding dress anymore, I want to turn it into something. The name that flies through the air the quickest is her, because of the quality of her work.
Brilliant.
And but she's an awesome human being. She's just very lovely. And she got in touch yesterday. I said, I'm just doing a thing, I need a photo for your new venture. And of the frontage, because it's all being painted and it's finishing today, Wednesday.
Oh,
so she said, I'll send you a picture. She said, why are you featuring me? I said, because you're an all-round decent human being. You're a lovely woman. So she was like, I feel honoured. I said, don't be honoured. I said, you deserve it. So go along and see the lovely Ness, and share in her wonderful new venture. Yeah, go and see the sewing school.
Sounds amazing, yeah. Definitely.
That's brought us back in St Leonards, really, isn't it?
It has really, yeah.
Shall I finish off?
You can totally finish off, yes. We weren't going to use that phrase. Were we?
Did you want to hear about a book?
Yes,
we do want to
the book
hear that.
thing.
Thank
You do
Thank
your
you.
bit, darling. You do your bit.
Segueing beautifully to Jamie.
That was
And I love
seamless.
this, that
It was
was.
seamless, wasn't it? It was seamless.
I found this out this morning when my lovely daughter said, I want to go to this, and I'm like, I've got this dress.
Come and sit down.
Oh yes, you sit
sit
down.
down.
Yes,
I'm gonna sit
yes,
down.
you sit down.
Okay.
This is Jamie, everybody.
Right.
This is Jamie.
So, yeah, I said, right, you can go to this, but right now you need to get dressed because you've got to go to school. So then I got it and went, I could talk about this. I think you two already talked about it, haven't you?
Yes.
It's
touched on
a
it.
Town Explores a Book Festival.
Yes.
St Leonards on Sea. Between the 3rd of April and the 21st of April in many different places. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try an experiment. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it there.
Oh,
and
the
then
QR code.
If anyone might be able to then get the QR code off the screen and see
great.
what happens. So
Sweet.
try that out. Let me know
Yeah.
how that goes.
Can we zoom in here?
But that, that one.
Slick
Try and do
work
that.
here.
Otherwise, there's
There we go.
there's the other.
And these are all around
information
town
there.
as
and
well,
it's
aren't
all
they?
around town, and it's something to do.
And it's literally a Town Explores. But
It
what is the
is.
book they're using this year?
Well, it's something to do with dinosaurs. 'Cause it's just all
Oh,
about
there we
what
go.
is a dinosaur. The Town Explores a Book. Doesn't actually say.
Oh, it usually features
Explore
a book.
accessible festival edition of this book, the first of its kind, developed with permission of the Royal Society.
Oh.
Little Rich. I don't actually know which book they are featuring, but there's dinosaurs all over it.
Oh, fantastic.
So
It is about
I think
dinosaurs, yeah.
I think I should leave it. I think I should.
That's a clue.
I think I should leave it to the professionals. Back to you, ladies.
Back to
Thank you
you.
for my little insert.
I
Bye.
know. You may notice a mic change in that moment, but
yeah.
it's all. Oh yeah, it's so good. That's what makes us so lovely, because we haven't a clue, and it's
Yeah.
very evident when we do what we do.
I love it, yeah.
But we're getting lots of love. Thank you for the love, by
Yes.
the way, everybody.
Yeah, thank
It's
you
so
for
sweet.
the love.
So I will finish on. So if anyone remembers Drop the Dead Donkey, which was a show in the 90s, wasn't it?
yeah.
Oh my word. Based on Was it Drop? It was Drop the Dead Donkey.
Is that?
Yeah.
Was it a Hot Metal? No,
No,
there were two things.
Drop the Dead Donkey was based in Newsroom or something.
Yeah, Newsroom, exactly.
And Doon is
Doon
a
McKicken.
local.
Doon McKicken, she's in it. Yeah. She's Blair's sister, which she doesn't like to be known as, because she is not. She doesn't like to be known as. That's wrong. She does love to be known as, but she's not just Blair's sister. But so Blair McKicken, who plays keyboards in Blair the band,
Right.
but she's also been Smack the Pony.
Smack
Yeah.
the Pony.
Smack the Pony.
Oh, so maybe I'm thinking of that one.
Are you?
Drop the Dead Donkey or Smack the Pony.
Okay, this
Yeah.
this will be
I
on
could be
errata
wrong,
for
I
next
could be
week
wrong
because
again.
I think
last week.
I think it was someone else actually. I think it was the
Yeah,
woman
right.
who was in 4 Weddings and a Funeral. But anyway, Angus Deaton was in it, who
yes.
used to host. Have I Got News for You?
That's right.
Back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
The
Okay.
original host. Anyway, moving on. Where were we on that? I don't know. So Drop the Dead Donkey.
Yeah.
The
Drop
whole
the Dead
point of
Donkey.
Drop the Dead Donkey was the phrase comes from you had to, when you've got something that comes up that's you have to drop some things that will be next week because they're not time bound, because we've got something that's time bound. Okay, so Mike Willis got in touch, the lovely, incomparable Mike Willis. We should have a photo of Mike up here, really. We can do that, can't we?
Yeah, we can.
Let's get a nice headshot of Mike. And then you'll see him, and he's usually walking around in a beanie and no socks. So he's got Birkenstocks on or flip-flops or something, but he's always got his feet out. Always got his toes out. So anyway, he got in touch and he said, Patsy, can you mention the Secret Show? So I said, yes. He said, because the Secret Show we've got coming up this Saturday is Mercatoria Fishing Club and Mike Willis collaboration. So the lovely Dan Damare and Mike Willis have got together and they bought Mykki Blanco, who's I'm going to quote from Mike's list site, California-born polymath pioneer, poet, performer and songwriter, will be in Hastings for an intimate secret show. You don't get to know where the show is until you buy a ticket. And when you buy a ticket, then you'll get the details, which I love that very much.
Yes.
For this intimate celebration, birthday celebration, at a special location, Mykki will perform songs from their latest album, Postcards from Italia. Now, I looked at Mykki yesterday, and wow, they've got such a beautiful voice. They're also accompanied by this fantastic woman on trumpet, who also sings hot, so hot. So we are going, and we will review. I will review it next week.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so there'll be. So Mike will also do. It's not just Mykki Blanco. There will also be Mike and others at this special secret show. So tickets at £15 each. The early bird is limited to 100, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Yet to be revealed where this will be, but I'm very excited.
Oh, exciting.
So that's coming up. But also, I'm going to go to this. So that's on this Saturday, on April the 10th, which I think is the Thursday. Heads Full of Stories, Volume 3. Amanda Dorman and Joanna Taylor-Rowan are back with their ever popular sellout evening of funny, touching and thought-provoking short stories. So on this one, it's expect tales of librarians, lighthouses, tantrums and Trump. So that's covered me, really. I'm very happy. I really want to go. So we might go. We might have to go.
Yeah.
You can get a babysitter.
Let's get a babysitter.
Yes, for a Thursday, the April the 10th.
Oh, that might be our guest.
That's our guest. So we're going to... I will wrap up, actually. Okay. Thank you for that. So how do people reach us, Caf?
So you can follow us on Instagram, our.town.has.plenty.
Yep.
Facebook is Our Town Has Plenty, all one word. Buy us a coffee, get Jamie that haircut, which is ko-fi.com. It's not happening, is it? / Our Town Has Plenty. And you can email us if you want to get shouted out about.
I'm going to let our guest in.
Yeah, let our
Are we
guest
all right
in.
with that?
The easiest way to do it. All right, just going to shuffle past smoothly.
Don't forget we can still hear you.
You can still. Oh yeah, because my mic's on, so I can't make a noise like going to the bathroom. That's not. Just coming, mate.
Yeah, come and see it. Come visit. Blah, what? Anyway, that's totally thrown me.
You were talking about the how to get in touch to us, to do a shout out.
Yeah, so do a shout out
address.
on email. So that is ourtownhasplenty@gmail.com. So yeah, thank you so much, and we'll cheers when she's back, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just cheers.
Let's just cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jamie. Thanks a lot. Over and out.
Over and out.